Hello, YouTube. It's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome back to Movies with Vowels Month. And this is a movie that's 20 years old this year, and it has the letter A. And it was done by, yes, it's directed by Michael Bay, and it is called a little film called Armageddon, 1998. This is a movie with a massive all-star cast. You got Bruce Willis, Billy Bob Thornton, Michael Clark Duncan, Peter Stormare, Liv Tyler, Steve Buscemi, Ben Affleck. This has a huge freaking cast. This is a cast that probably would never be together again compared to other films. Now, I didn't see this film in 1998 when it came out. When I was 13, I didn't see it in theaters. I should have, because I would have loved this. I saw this movie about a year ago or 2 years ago, but man, it still holds up for me. This is a Michael Bay movie that doesn't feel like a Michael Bay movie. Yeah, at times it does, some of the humor, and there's some slow mo in it, and there's a lot of explosions, but it's not in the way he does everything. I mean, the movie's not 2.5 hours. I think it's about 2 hours, so yeah, I don't remember the running time, but it's a really well done movie. I think the critics are wrong on this movie. They shit all over this movie saying it's inaccurate. It's not scientifically possible. They gave 7 Razzies to this movie. It didn't deserve it. I'm sorry. Movie is not that bad. Every Transformers movie is. Give me a break. Bruce Willis wins a Razzie for this. He's trying as one of the actors in this movie. I think Ben Affleck is great as the lead. He's a great, this was his start into the mainstream, after he won his Oscar for writing Good Will Hunting with Matt Damon. And he was branching out, and this was one of his big hits of the 90s. And I think, if he didn't do this, he would have never done BVS or Justice League. Yeah, there, I said it. It has a great soundtrack. The song "I Don't Want to Miss a Thing" by Aerosmith is freaking amazing. It fits perfectly. Yeah, is it cliched? Yes, but it's beautiful. I like the love story between him and Liv Tyler. She's one of the most beautiful actresses in the world. Any man would fall in love with her. Any man that is into women would fall in love with her because she just lights up a screen. I think they have good chemistry. The scenes with "Don't want to close my eyes," "I don't want to fall asleep 'cause I miss you, babe. And I don't want to miss a thing." That's a great song. Fuck the haters. This movie has a great song. After Titanic, they wanted to put a big song at the end of, either in the beginning or at the end of every action film or dramatic piece. Because, Titanic's My Heart Will Go On became a huge hit. And so they wanted to try that here. Bay did his rendition of his Titanic song, but this song is amazing. I don't care what they say. Oh, Aerosmith, it doesn't fit their personalities. I think it's badass. Yeah, there, I said it. It fits the tone of the movie. The film has some goofy moments. I mean, come on. A bunch of drillers are recruited by NASA to stop an asteroid that's about to hit the Earth in a few days. And again, this is not a freaking documentary on space. This is a movie. For the last time, critics, you dumbass freaking brain dead idiots. This is a movie. This is not a freaking scientific anomaly on, space exploration and asteroids and freaking the NASA program. No, it's a movie. I can go with it. As long as it entertains me, it does. This film has great effects. It cost $140 million and it made $551 million worldwide. It's the highest grossing movie of 1998 worldwide. It deserved it. It doesn't have anything to do with the apocalypse. It's just called Armageddon because it's gonna. They think it's the end of the world because an asteroid's about to hit Earth. But the effects look great when they're in space and then they shoot. They jump a jeep onto the rock. They know exactly what they're doing. This movie knows exactly what it is. It goes for it. You have a great cast. This is one of the best casts I've seen in a late '90s movie. Like I said, Liv Tyler's beautiful. I wish she had more to do in the film. And yes, there will be spoilers in this movie. So if you haven't seen Armageddon, I have to warn you, there's going to be a few spoilers. One, Bruce Willis's character dies. I know, but he sacrifices himself. This is not Force Awakens where Han doesn't sacrifice himself. He just gets killed like a bitch. Or in Episode 8. which I'm not gonna throw a tirade. You know what happens. But here, yeah, Bruce Willis. There's a scene where Ben Affleck is unable to like get out and stop. He's supposed to one man has to stay on the crater to stop the asteroid from hitting, and Bruce Willis is like, no, I'll go, I'll stay. And of course, Liv Tyler is sad because he doesn't come back, but it's emotional. Like I believe the acting in this movie. This is not the bullshit acting from Age of Extinction. No, this is real. When it gets serious and dramatic, it works. And there's a lot of chemistry with the cast. Michael Clark Duncan, may rest in peace. He plays Bear, Otis Bear. He's really good in the movie. I like Steve Buscemi because he's usually good in almost everything he's in. And the guys are likable. These people are likable. It's not if they were assholes, I would want them to die in the first hour of the movie. But I think it's one of Bay's most overlooked films. In recent memory, people have forgotten about this movie that Bay directed. It. He did some good things in the '90s. I still like, the first Bad Boys. I even like the sequel. And Armageddon is a good movie. I haven't seen The Rock yet, but I will see it soon. And this movie, like I said, I can't say underrated because it scored a lot, with audiences and it made a lot of money, but critics just destroyed it. I don't know what they were looking for. I have no idea. This is just fun. It's a mindless but freaking, effective movie with some substance, simple premise. I haven't seen Deep Impact, so I can't compare it to that. But for what this was, considering this is a Michael Bay movie, I was very surprised how entertaining it was. And give me I don't want to miss a thing from Aerosmith any day over some of the shitty music we have today, especially these bands that these freaking British bands that they can't sing emotional songs that make me cry or make me feel something inside. This movie made me feel something, especially at the end when Ben Affleck is reunited with Liv Tyler. It's beautiful. It's poetry. They have chemistry. Fuck you, Razzies. You Razzies are a bunch of assholes. You want to give you don't give any Razzies to these new Disney wars, yet you'll give it to Armageddon and freaking the Rambo films and the Expendables. No, you Razzie are cocksuckers. Sometimes I agree with you, but other times with movies like this, I don't get it. I do not get it at all. This is a fun disaster movie. It's well done. It's better than Geostorm or Independence Day Resurgence or freaking like I don't know, other films, like some of them on the Sci-Fi Channel, which are not good. Some are actually fun. I like Sharknado for what it is. When it knows what it is and it runs with it, I appreciate that more than a film it's called a certain thing like Geostorm. Oh no, it's not about the storm. It's about a bunch of family drama. No, get that out of the movie. You don't need that to be the centerpiece. Put first the first couple of minutes you set up the characters, you have their emotional moments, you give them things to do, and then you get to the real meat of the story. You get to the what people pay to see. Too many films nowadays is just false advertisement. Oh, it's a disaster movie with about 90% talking. No. I want to see good action, and this has it. It has special effects that are not laughably bad. There's some CG, but it looks great. Considering that this is 20 years ago, nowadays everything is CG. It's like Valerian. There's no real people. It's just a bunch of green screen and freaking creatures that are look like an Avatar ripoffs. This movie's not Avatar. It's way shorter. It's entertaining. It still holds up. The story is simple, but it's effective. And why don't I own this movie? Because it's out of print now. It's a really hard film to find in stores. So when I get my hands on this movie one day, I'm gonna show it to you guys. There's a Criterion edition that I want to get one day. It's worthy. It's a fun movie. I was very entertained by this. I wish Michael Bay would just do this and stop doing Transformers and Ninja Turtles because I'm tired of those. I'm tired of what we got in this decade. Kind of tired, but anyway, guys, Armageddon is a good movie. Is it a little bit long? There's some scenes that are kind of slow, but when you get to the space scenes and all the action and also the character moments, it works. It's effective. Don't think that because and yes, you don't have to say in the comments. Yes, I know J.J. Abrams wrote this movie. Fuck him for Star Wars, but for this movie, I give him some leniency because this is before he was even known. So just so you guys don't tell me, oh, Abrams wrote this movie, he's one of the writers. I get it, okay? When he puts effort, you get films like this and Mission Impossible 3. When you don't, yeah, the rest is history. But this is a good movie. I think it's very, very, it's a very fun movie. And I wish that I had this on DVD because I miss seeing this movie again. I want to see it again. It's been too long. But thanks, guys, for watching. I wanted to review something I hadn't done that in days. So Armageddon is an A. It starts with an A. It would get an A minus, but it's still really well done. And if you guys haven't seen it, see it. I would recommend it because it's got a great cast. And there's something about this cast that I just don't get nowadays with these recent some recent sci-fi movies, fantasy, whatever you want to call it. But that's Armageddon, and it works. It still holds up 20 years later. Thanks, guys, for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next one.